Guys, so this is Diviontutorials from Diviontutorials. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please, na beg I dey beg. Thank you. So in our previous video we talked about motion or linear equation or linear motion. So if you have not watched that video, go and watch it, because without that video you might have problem understanding this. So in our last video, if you remember these three formulas, v equals to u plus at, s equals to sut plus half at square, v square equals to u square plus 2as. I told you that these are the three equations of motion, and notice I told you that you must learn it. But this one, what do we mean by free fall? When you hear fall, what comes to your mind? Something that is dropping. Look at it, dropping to the ground. Very simple. So in this motion, this linear motion, this is it here now. Linear motion is like you are driving from one point. Let's say you are driving your car from one point to another point. If you drive your car from one point to another point, what is the distance? You calculate distance, right? But if something is falling from up to down, they will not ask you to calculate the distance. They'll say, what? Help me check the height it fall to. So in this motion of free fall, let me tell you something. We are going to be shifting or replacing this, what do you call it now? Replacing this distance with height. Because in free fall, I told you that we are talking about something going up or coming down. Then this a that is here is what? Acceleration. And since you are talking about going up and coming down, you will notice that you have to do with what? Gravity. And the acceleration due to gravity is what? 9.8 meter per second square, approximately 10 meter per second square. So if you notice, this formula and this one are the same. It's just that G is representing what? A. Acceleration due to gravity is representing acceleration. Then h is representing what? Height is representing distance. Because in this motion you are talking about something like this, from this point to another point, while in free fall you are talking about going up or going down. So let's now check the first equation. V equals to u plus minus gt. I will explain why it's plus minus. If you notice this one is only v equals to u plus at, but this one is v equals to u plus minus gt, h equals to ut plus minus half gt square is the same thing as s equals to ut plus half at square. Then v square equals to u square plus minus 2gh. So these are the three equations of motion under free fall. V equals to u plus minus gt, h equals to ut plus minus half gt square, v square equals to u square plus minus 2gh. So we are going to use plus when a body is coming down. So let's say you throw a ball from up to down, you are going to use v equals to u plus gt. Why? Because the law of gravity says that anything that go up must come down. But if the ball, you throw a ball from ground to up like this, you are going to use what? V equals to u minus gt. Why? Because the ball is going against gravity. Do you understand? So here, v equals to final velocity, u is initial velocity, g is acceleration due to gravity, which is 9.8 meter per second square, approximately 10. Then h equals to height, t equals to time. Once you know this formula like this, you are good to go. So learn it, memorize, and practice a lot of questions on it. So in the former one I gave you some things to note. I said, for instance, in this linear motion, let me just recap, but still go and watch the video. U is 0 when a body starts from rest. I tell you that, for instance, if you have a car from here, your car just want to start going, the initial velocity is what? 0. If this car reach where it's going to, its final velocity is 0. So the same thing, when an object is thrown upward, let's say this ball is thrown from here now, they throw a ball up like this. When this ball reach where it's going to, maximum height, v is what? Final velocity is 0. Do you understand? Its highest point, that means the ball is no longer going again, v equals to 0. The same thing, when an object is coming down, let's say an object from this, let me use this one now, it's coming down like this, it's coming down like this, the initial velocity is what? 0. Do you get it now? When the ball go to where it's going to, final velocity is 0, maximum height. but when the ball is coming down from a place, initial velocity is what? 0. Do you get it? It's the same thing as a car. When a car is going to somewhere, where it reach where it's going to, the final velocity is 0. When a car just want to start from rest, its initial velocity is 0. If you notice, these two equations are used interchangeably. It's just that this one is dealing with what? Going up and going down. So let's now go to example. And say at exactly, okay, let me give you another thing to note. Very important. The time taken for a ball to go up is also the time taken for the ball to come down. Take note of this. So if it takes 2 seconds for this B to go to A, it will still take 2 seconds from A to come to B. Do you understand? So if they now ask you what is the total time spent in air if you throw B to this place, so if you throw a ball to up, you know, according to gravity, anything that go up will come down. So the time spent in air is what this one used to go up and what it used to come down. So first find the one used to go up. Let's say the one used to go up is 2 seconds. That means for this ball to go up and to come down, it is what? 2 times 2, 4. So to get your total time spent in air, it is the time taken to go up plus the time taken to go down. And remember, I said the time taken to go up is always the time taken to come down. Take note of that. You can see it here. The time it takes an object to travel upward is the same it takes to come down. So let's go to example. At exactly 2 hours 0 minutes 0 seconds, a pendulum bulb is thrown vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 75 meters per second. At what time will the bulb return to the ground? So we'll first check. I told you anytime you want to solve motion, you bring your parameters out. What they give me the question? Initial velocity, u equals to what? 75 meters per second. G equals to 10. If they don't give you, just know that G equals to 10 is a constant. They say when the ball return to ground, before the ball return to ground, the ball could have first traveled to its what? Maximum height. At that maximum height, V is 0. Remember I told you from this law that at maximum height, V equals to 0. Then we are looking for time. But this time we are looking for now is for what the ball used to first go up. But the time in the question, they're asking us in the question, is the time you used to go up and the time you used to return to the ground. But before we find that one, remember I told you that the time you used to go up is still the same time you used to come down. So once we get the time to use and go up, we just times it by 2. So we're now going to use our equation of motion. V equals to U minus GT. Why is it minus here? I told you that the normal formula is U plus minus. We use minus when it's going upward because it is against the rule of gravity. Gravity says anything that go up must come down. So if it's going up, it's against gravity. So you are what is the final velocity? 0. 0 equals to 75 minus what is G? 10t. Collect like terms. 75 will come here, plus 75 will come here, change to minus 75. 0 minus 75 is equals to what? Minus 10t. 0 minus 75 is minus 75, equals to minus 10t. Divide both sides by minus 10. Minus cancel, minus 10 will cancel minus 10. Minus cancel minus. 75 divided by 10 is what? 7.5 seconds. See what I write here? The time to go up pole is what? 7.5 seconds. But they're asking you at what time will the bulb return ground to the ground. I told you that for it to return to the ground, it means it goes up and it come down. So for the ball to go up and return back is what? 7.5 plus 7.5, which is what? 15 seconds. So that's not what they ever ask us in the question. They say at what time will the ball return to the ground? So you now add 15 seconds to this time. Remember, this is let's say when it was 2 o'clock in the morning, they throw the ball up and come down. Then ask you which time did the ball come down. You now write 2 hours 0 minutes what? 15 seconds. So this is how we get it here. You add this answer you get to this time they give to you. Do you understand? I hope you do. So if you don't understand, go through it again. You will surely understand. So let's go to example 2. They say calculate the maximum height. You are looking for height. A ball of mass 1.2 kg we attain if projected vertically upward with an initial velocity of 70 meters per second. So what did they give you in the question? They ask you to find maximum height. Then take note also, I told you that at maximum height, final velocity equals to 0, initial velocity equals to 70 meters per second, g equals to 10 meters per second square. So you will not think, which formula are we going to use? That's why you need to know all this formula offhand. So the formula we are going to use is this one. V square equals to u square minus 2gh. Why is it minus again? Because the ball is going upward. So what is V? V is what? 0 square equals to what is u? 70 square minus 2 times 10h. So 0 square is equals to 70 square is 289 minus 2 times 10, 20h. So this 289 will come here. 0 square is still the same thing as 0. 0 minus 289 is equals to minus 20h. Minus 289 divided by minus 20. You divide both sides by minus 20. Minus 20 will cancel minus 20. Minus will cancel minus. Once you divide it, you get your height as 14.45 meters. Very simple. Especially if you have watched the video on what do you call it now, linear motion. This will be very, very simple for you. So another example, an object falls freely from a height of 25 meters on the roof of a building 5 meters high. Calculate the velocity with which the object strikes the roof. I told you that when a ball form like this, fall from up to down, its starting point, the initial velocity is what? 0. So take note of all those laws. You'll be using it to solve question. Then what is g? We always know g as 10 meters per second square. That is the acceleration due to gravity. Then they ask you, calculate the velocity with which the object strikes the roof. And they tell you that the roof is already what? 5 meters high. So to calculate the height between the roof and the object will be what? 25 minus 5. But if they're asking you between the ground and the height, you are going to use 25. So the reason why we do 25 minus 5 here is that they ask you to calculate the object with the roof. So the roof is already 5 meters high. So you do 25 minus 5 equals to 20. Which formula are we going to use? V square equals to u square plus 2gh. How do we get plus? I told you that once a ball is coming down, we are going to use plus here because it's obeying gravity law, which says anything that go up must come down. So we are looking for what? V. So what? Calculate the velocity. Now we are looking for final velocity. V square equals to u square plus 2gh. V square equals to 0 square plus what is 2 times what is g? 10. What is h? 20. 2 times 10, 20. 20 times 20, 400. V square equals to 400. Square root both sides. Square root will cancel square. Square root of 400 is 20. So V equals to 20 meters per second. You see, it's very simple. Let's go to another example. A carpenter working at a construction site. Mistakenly drop his hammer from a height of 1 to 5 meters. How long does it take to reach the ground? So I told you that once something dropped from up, its initial velocity is what? 0. Acceleration due to gravity is what? 10. The height is what? 125. This is it. Then the time is what? They ask us to find the time to reach the ground. So notice now, the ball is coming from up. The time to reach the ground is what? T. But if you throw something from here to go up, then ask you find the time for this one to reach the ground. It will be the time to go up and the time to come down. Do you understand? But if a ball is already up and they ask you to find the time to reach the ground, you are just going to find for only t. So let's go back to our question. I just needed to say that. So u equals, we are looking for time. Which formula are you going to use? H equals to ut plus half gt squared. So you are thinking, how do we get this formula? Remember, you must learn all this formula. V equals to u plus minus gt. H equals to ut plus minus half gt squared. My handwriting. Then v square equals to u square plus minus 2gh. So you are going to look everything that is here. U equals to 0, g equals to 10, h equals to 125, t equals to this. Which formula have all the 4 inside? You are now going to look. It have h, it have U, it have T, it have G. So you are going to stick with this formula. That's how we know the formula to use. So you must first know the formula, then you now think which one you are going to use. So H equals to UT plus half GT square. So how are you going to know this formula? You are going to learn it and use it to solve many questions. The more questions you solve, the more you remember the formula. H equals to UT plus half GT square. What is U? 0. 0 times T is what? 0. 0 plus half GT square will still give you what? Half GT square. So we are now going to write H equals to half GT square. What is H in the question? 125 equals to 1 over 2 times what is G? 10 times T square. So 2 here 1, 2 in 10, 5. 5 here 1, 5 in 125 is 25. So 25 equals to T square. Square root both sides. T equals to 5 seconds. I hope you understand. So if you want to prove to me you understand what I'll be saying, is try and solve this question. A ball is thrown vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 50 meters per second. What is the total time spent by the ball in the air? I'm going to just say it again. A ball is thrown vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 50. What is the total time spent by the ball in the air? Good luck and drop your answer. I'll be waiting for you. So this is Diviontutorials. To join our free class for UTME, message me on WhatsApp 091 53177154. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I hope you enjoy watching this video as I enjoy creating it for you. Thank you so much.